What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Already. Yeah, I wanted to do another video today. Had some developments. So, first of all, let me just say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country, researching and trading stocks, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. Not ever. I'm not your mama, all right? Now hit that subscribe button, mash on it. Like the video. Let me know what you think about what I've got to say today. So, as you know, in the video this morning, I told you I sold a whole bunch of stuff and got into some cash, all right? Well, I listened to the investor call for Lordstown Motors today, this afternoon, all right? I wasn't going to buy stuff today. But guys, Lordstown Motors is just totally beat up because of this short report. All right, and all the short, the big one from Hindenburg, and then now all the lawsuits are coming and all that. And guys, I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying any of it. I don't think any of it's going to stick. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, all right? So I bought 100 shares in the Roth IRA at $14.40, and then I bought 30 shares in the cash account, which is small, and also at $14.40. Guys, I feel like it's a good investment, all right? Like, I know I've said this before, but I wanted to make a video to just talk a little bit more about Lordstown Motors and about why I think it's a good investment. So number one, they're really close to starting to pump out trucks. And I know that this short report said 3 to 4 years before they'll even put out a truck. Man, go look at their YouTube channel, okay? They got videos up just recently of robots in their plant putting together trucks. I mean, come on now. The short sellers had bought a short position in the company somewhere around $20 before they released all this stuff. Then it's just convenient that it's perfect timing when the market's pulled back, the stocks drop down, and then they release this shit and push it down even further, guys. I mean, it's just a no-brainer that they're just trying to make money on their short positions. They didn't really talk about it in the earnings call today. I suspect that's because I heard that the SEC has requested information from them. They probably don't want to go too far into it, and plus that's not really the purpose of the call, But all the information that they were putting out in the call sounded good to me, and it's not just this CEO who they say is a shyster or whatever. It's all of their team is giving out all this information. They're still on track to start mass producing these pickup trucks in September. I haven't seen, when I look at these other companies, I haven't seen video of a bunch of robots putting together their stuff or their big ass factories or anything. Lordstown Motors bought this factory from GM, and GM, part of the payment for that factory was a bunch of shares of Lordstown Motors, so GM owns a stake in them. They're on the cusp of being approved for this government loan from the Department of Energy. Guys, they're about to start putting out trucks, and I don't care what this short report says about the pre-orders or about how there's no way they're going to be producing for the next couple of years, or I'm not buying any of it, guys. And I've put my money where my mouth is now. 30 shares long term, which I know isn't much, but the account's only worth about $1,800, so it's a pretty significant buy over there in that account. And then 100 shares to swing, is it's $1,400 I put in it, and only had about $4,000 in cash. I thought about buying twice that, but I didn't do it. So yeah, I mean, as far as the Roth IRA goes, I don't know of that, I'll probably swing it because that's what I always do. But the long-term shares that I bought, I plan to sit on them for quite some time, okay? Because I do believe that the company is going to do well. I think that they're the only ones that are going to put out a real pickup truck. They're really the only ones targeting the commercial, like fleets market. You know, they've got partnerships with several companies. I also like the idea of their next vehicle is going to be a van that's also going to be an RV. So it's going to be a multi-purpose skateboard, basically. And they've got a deal with Camper World or something. They're going to do all kinds of stuff with charging and maintenance of the trucks. And guys, I really like the company. I really think that it's got a lot going for it, and that it's going to have the first mover advantage, and that their truck is going to be successful. They're going to race one of their trucks in the Baja 500, whatever it is, the Baja race, where they go through the desert, and that's going to really stress test the vehicle. They're in beta right now. They're putting together 50 some odd trucks to do crash testing and all that stuff, and run it through all its paces. As far as the truck that did burst into flames that we talked about, that is also in that short report, they did talk about that in the earnings call. Something about that one was a hand-built truck. It was not a truck that came off the line, and that they found some human error that apparently caused the fire. They said they did learn quite a bit from what happened, and they don't foresee any kind of problems like that when they start pushing them off the actual line. Guys, I'm just not buying any of the short report stuff, and I think that there's a lot of other people shorting it right now too, because if you look at the comments, like in Webull, you've got all the typical shorter comments. Oh, it's going to $5, and just comment after comment, which means there's a lot of people shorting it, which could set it up for a short squeeze. Yeah, I just see a lot of things going for it. I think that 6 months out from coming to production is pretty damn close, guys. They're really close, and the plant that they bought from GM is like the third biggest producer in the U.S. Like, not just with EVs. We're talking about that plant was one of the top 3 producers in the U.S. before GM shut it down. So, I mean, they've got a phenomenal plant, and when they bought it, it already had a bunch of the shit in there. So, like, when you look at companies like Lucid and these other companies, they're having to build everything from scratch. But these guys picked up this plant, and it still had all the robots and all that stuff, and it saved them a ton to do it that way. And also, it's going to help them get to production a lot faster. So, yeah, I'm in on Lordstown Motors, guys. Like, I believe that they're going to be a successful EV maker. I do believe that they're going to either hit or come really close to hitting their September target date. I'm not going to say that there couldn't be something that might hold them up a little bit, you know what I mean? But I think that they're going to get real close to hitting it. I think it is going to be Q3, Q4 at the latest. But I think they're probably going to hit their targets. In the conference call, they talked a lot about moves that they made specifically so that they could hit the target, like doing some of their own tooling, and they sourced some of the parts for the truck, and that helped accelerate everything. Was that they sourced some of the parts for the truck from GM. They're going to be making their own electric motors in there, assembling their own batteries with their own proprietary enclosure and temperature monitoring and software and all that stuff. But I just, overall, I was impressed with the conference call, and I think that regardless of this short report, I think the short report is really just providing a buying opportunity, and that within the next few weeks to a month, it'll prove to have been a bunch of bullshit, or at least will be forgotten about, and the stock will continue to run, and that's just That's just how I feel about it. So, yeah, put my money where my mouth is. Again, I believe in Lordstown Motors. You should do some research into the company and don't believe everything you hear from these short sellers. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.